Seniors and faculty, you can be seated. Welcome to you all. I invite you to join me in this moment of gratitude before the celebration begins, to hold our collective loving care for these seniors we've gathered to honor. May we offer our best wishes, deepest prayers, and abiding hopes for these members of the class of 2025. Seniors, may you be present to sense and know with some humility and deep appreciation the joy that is within you and also very much surrounding you. Families and friends who've traveled to be here, may you feel great pride in completing this loving journey that brought you here whenever you first arrived on the hilltop. Those who have taught, guided, coached, and mentored, may we know joy, gratitude, and pride as we celebrate these seniors and send them forth into the world that awaits them. And for all, may we all share in this occasion by holding close in our minds and hearts all the teachers through time who have impacted us and inspired us to learn and grow. May we feel the awesome sense of connection and gratitude for the gifts of education and relationship that bring us all together today to celebrate.
Good morning, everyone. Apparently, Rectory didn't get our notice. Some cheering in the background. It is a pleasure to welcome parents and families, faculty and staff, assorted guests, and most importantly, the members of the class of 2025. It is my very real pleasure to welcome you on this almost beautiful morning to graduation ceremony marking the end of Pomfret School's 131st year. The first formal order of business this morning is our sixth form speaker, and so at this time, I would like to call upon Senior Charlie Festini, whom the forum elected to share some thoughts with us today. Charlie.
Good morning, Pomfret. Good morning. I can't imagine that was the last time I would say those three words. A phrase so embedded into the minds of every Pomfret student that we often forget to pay it any mind at all. When I was trying to decide what I would talk about today, the phrase, "Good morning, Pomfret," was the first sentence I put to paper with not much thought at all. The mindless nature of my action made me think more deeply about a concept I am certain every senior has had buzzing in the back of their mind, likely this entire school year. Lasts, endings. Final celebrations and yearly traditions, how to spend our last weekend here on the hilltop, the last drive back to school after a weekend away, how to say goodbye. Endings are my least favorite thing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. Saying goodbye to the things we didn't expect to miss so much is what makes goodbye so difficult. The little things we take for granted are the ones we tend to miss the most. The chime of the school bell every hour, Mr. Fisher's words of benediction at the end of chapel, spikeball on the quad when it's warm, the first buds of ivy on the bricks at the start of every spring. These small moments add up, and before you know it, Pomfret begins to feel like home. Maybe you started here as a freshman, moving into freshman circle 4 years ago, meeting your fellow nervous classmates, many of whom may be your greatest friends to this day. Perhaps you were like me, beginning your Pomfret journey with at least 1 year of high school already under your belt as a new sophomore, excited for a change and for something new. Or maybe you began at Pomfret last year as a junior, this year as a senior, or maybe you're a postgraduate and this is actually your second high school graduation. But regardless of how your Pomfret journey began, this place has become home for each and every one of us. And while it feels so scary to put it into words, this moment with these people is the very end of our beginning. When we reflect back on our lives, Pomfret will always be our beginning. It is where we navigated some of the most complicated years of our lives and learned so much about the kind of people we want to be and the lives we want to lead. In the words of author T.S. Eliot, home is where one starts from. In my beginning is my end. In my end is my beginning. Wherever you may find yourself beyond this place and time, trust that the people we have been lucky enough to meet during our time here will be there again when we need them. The love that radiates from this place will follow each and every one of us beyond our time here. Like Paisley put so beautifully in her chapel speech last Friday, Pomfret is the thread that connects all of us. May you pull on that thread during any time of need and know that someone here will show up for you just as you would show up for them in ways big and small. Friends who come visit your room without ever having to ask, faculty who will drive you anywhere you need to go without a second thought, even if they're playing Xbox, shout out Mr. Waller, teachers who ask if you're doing okay when you show up late for class, rushing to chapel to get a front row seat for your best friend's chapel speech. I hope that you may find meaning and comfort in the knowledge that the friends and staff you have met here will be in your corner whenever you need. Whether you're moving into college at the start of the fall, traveling across the world, or joining the workforce, we all share this place and the experiences it has given us. With us, we carry the knowledge and growth we have learned not just in the classroom, but in friendships and relationships, in self-advocacy and grit, and in gratitude and integrity. You can see this growth in each and every one of the members of our senior class. You see it in Haynes McCoy, who used to say she never planned to continue school after Pomfret, now excited to start a new path in college, combining her incredible people skills with her love of music. You see it in James Rice, who's heading off to cooking school next year with plans of becoming a private chef. In Layla Miller, who will take her talents to military school with future hopes of attending West Point. And in Tyler Bousquet, who founded and runs his own business. So, to each of the 109 members of the Pomfret class of 2025, the end of our time here together marks the beginning of boundless opportunities. This time together has been life-changing, and while it feels hard to say goodbye, don't forget to be excited, because this is just the beginning. In the wise words of Winnie the Pooh, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Thank you.
Proud much? Charlie, thank you for those absolutely beautiful words. That was a Pomfret talk, if I've ever heard a Pomfret talk. The different journeys that you've been on, and Pomfret has that commonality that will always keep you linked and hopefully keep you grounded. You nailed it. And I truly believe you are the perfect choice today to represent your classmates. We now begin the process of giving out some special Commencement Day awards, and we begin by acknowledging and recognizing the top 2 scholars from the graduating class. Please join me, and students, when I call your name, please come to the stage, right here. You're gonna get a picture taken again with Miss Lehman. Please join me in congratulating the Sixth Form's number 2 scholar, Science Exploration Award recipient and cum laude inductee at the end of her junior year, second in class, Zoe Charles Lovett. Please join me in honoring the Sixth Form top scholar, winner of the David A. Wilson Prize, and an inductee to the Cum Laude Society at September's convocation, first in class, Yishan Zhao. The Pomfret Bowl is awarded to the best athletes as voted on by the senior class. This is Pomfret School's oldest award, dating back more than 120 years. Our first recipient has showcased the heart, resilience, and leadership that define the Pomfret Bowl. A rare 12-season varsity letter winner, she competed at the highest level in soccer, hockey, and lacrosse throughout her 4 years on the Hilltop. Beyond her talent and enthusiasm, as well as her athleticism, she leads with her huge smile and signature laugh, bringing positivity and energy wherever she goes. Even when sidelined by injury, she remained a dedicated and selfless team leader, showing up daily to support her teammates, mentor younger players, and uplift the team's spirits. Her dominance in goal this spring has helped ignite a resurgence for the varsity girls lacrosse program. Throughout her athletic career, her commitment to excellence on the field and off has left a lasting impression on every program she's touched. Hannah McDermott's legacy is marked by quiet strength, unwavering dedication, and a deep love for sport and community. Congratulations, Hannah. The second Pomfret Bowl honoree embodies the excellence, dedication, and sportsmanship that define the Pomfret Bowl. the school's highest athletic honor. A standout in 3 varsity sports, he made his mark early as a varsity cross-country runner and went on to achieve remarkable milestones in both lacrosse and hockey. As a 4-year starter in lacrosse, he surpassed 100 career goals, 50 assists, and was named to the USA Lacrosse New England Eastern All-Region team, while earning the respect of his teammates as captain. And on the ice, he reached the 100-point mark and built a reputation for delivering in high-pressure moments, including 3 overtime game winners this season. A true leader and model citizen, Luke Corrigan leaves Pomfret having set a standard of excellence that will inspire others for years to come. Congratulations, Luke. At this time, I would like to invite Willie Cole to the stage. The Chick Cole Cup is awarded to that member of the sixth form who has achieved excellence in both creative arts and athletics. This award was given in honor of Chick Cole, faculty member at Pomfret School from 1951 to 1999, by his 4 children, including this one. Today, we honor 2 students. Our first recipient embodies this award by seamlessly blending athletic excellence with artistic passion and growth. A 3-sport varsity athlete, she brought energy, resilience, and leadership to every team, emerging as a transformative captain on the ice and a driving force on the turf and track. Her vocal talent and dedication to choral performance elevated the ensemble, where her leadership and technical refinement left a lasting mark. Whether rallying her teammates with positivity or refining her breath control in the rehearsal room, Layla Miller approached every challenge with purpose and joy. Her creativity, versatility, and commitment to sport and art make Layla a truly deserving recipient of this honor. Congratulations, Layla.
Well done.
Our second recipient is a remarkable example of the balance, dedication, and excellence that the Chip Cole Cup was created to honor. As a gifted ceramic artist, he brings vision, resilience, and technical skill to every project, creating powerful and sophisticated works far beyond his years. On the courts, both squash and tennis, he has led with integrity, focus, and sportsmanship, serving as a steady and selfless captain who lifts others through example and encouragement. Whether sculpting a lifelike bust or battling top-seed opponents, Jinghao Jackie Wu consistently challenges himself to grow while inspiring those around him to do the same. His artistry, leadership, and grace under pressure have left a lasting legacy at Pomfret School. Thank you, Jackie. Congratulations. The Copperthwaite Award recognizes the student or students in the graduating class who have demonstrated exceptional qualities of leadership through strength of character, dedication to fair and spirited play, self-discipline, and teamwork. Their conduct has inspired teammates and schoolmates alike to strive for excellence in all aspects of life. Today's recipient is the embodiment of the Copperthwaite Award, leading with quiet strength, unwavering integrity, and a deep respect for both competition and community. A captain in 2 varsity sports, he demonstrated remarkable poise and maturity, offering guidance with humility and modeling fairness and resilience at every turn. His squash coach noted how remarkable this young man is, celebrating his captain and top player as an individual who, quote, plays to win with character while always modeling for teammates and foes kindness, maturity, generosity, social acumen, and thoughtfulness. Disciplined and team first at every turn, he elevated his game and inspired those around him to reach higher on and off the court. Through his actions, Jinghao Jackie Wu has left a powerful legacy of character-driven excellence that will continue to inspire future generations of Pomfret athletes and leaders. Congratulations again, Jackie. The Edward J. Kelly Award is awarded to the postgraduate student athlete who has achieved at a high level in the classroom while being involved in varsity level sports while at Pomfret. Today's Kelly Award recipient has exemplified the scholar-athlete spirit through his quiet leadership, intellectual curiosity, and unwavering authenticity. His ability to elevate those around him through empathy, focus, and encouragement has left a deep and lasting mark on the Pomfret community. In every setting, from the classroom to the stage to the basketball court, Kenny Donnelly modeled integrity, humility, and a commitment to growth, all while approaching his one-year Pomfret experience with intention and heart. Today, we honor his achievements and the many ways he makes others better simply by being his authentic self. Congratulations, Kenny. The Halleck Lefferts Awards is given in honor of Halleck Lefferts, head of school at Pomfret from 1930 to 1942. It is presented to that member or members of the Sixth Form who, in the opinion of the head of school, me for another few weeks, has demonstrated excellence in leadership, good spirit, and a commitment to others at Pomfret. As I have the privilege of selecting the winner of this prize, I really enjoy giving out this particular award. This year's recipient leads with compassion and positivity, inspiring everyone around her to strive for their best. She lifts others through her actions, offering steady support to her friends, her advisory group, and the wider community. Her impact is felt everywhere on this campus, perhaps never more clearly than last fall when she brought to Pomfret her friends from Here For You, a clothing company whose mission is to normalize the conversation around mental health and foster a community of support. As we witnessed just a few minutes ago when she gave her remarks on behalf of her peers, she's a force. It's with great pride and admiration that I announce this year's Halleck Lefferts Prize winner, Charlie Festini. The Richard H. Randall Jr. Class of 44 Award is given to a member of the Sixth Form with outstanding ability to communicate ideas in the pursuit of excellence. Today's deserving recipient of the Randall Award is known for her exceptional ability to communicate ideas with clarity, depth, and purpose. She achieves this in the classroom where her writing is sophisticated and analytical, and through her insightful contributions, which carry insight and momentum that shape and elevate discourse. She listens with intention, responds with curiosity, and consistently fosters a thoughtful exchange of ideas amongst her peers. On stage, her nuanced understanding of character, text, and song brings authenticity and emotional resonance to every performance. Her quiet strength as an academic and artistic communicator reflects a deep commitment to excellence and understanding. Congratulations to Kylie Corrigan. The Paul M. Rosenfield Class of '67 Award is presented to the member of the sixth form who best exemplifies strength of character through courage and humor. The Mary Tyler Moore Show, which some of you older people may remember, began with a joyful tune which asked this question: who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it seem all worthwhile? The song continues, well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. Well, if she doesn't know it already, Haynes McCoy is everything that the Rosenfield Cup represents and so much more. She has shown extraordinary strength of character through her resilience and a joyful sense of humor. When injuries took her out of contact sports, she didn't step back. She stepped up, joining varsity tennis and helping them lead the team to a #1 ranking in the NEPSAC playoffs in her final season. Throughout her 4 years at Pomfret, Haynes has led with authenticity, lifting others through her warmth, her energy, and unwavering belief in building connection. Whether sharing laughs on bus rides, guiding new students as a key head, or bravely speaking her truth in a Day of Giving video, she consistently chooses honesty, compassion, and growth. Her willingness to invest in herself academically and personally and as a leader has transformed her journey and inspired those around her to do the same. Haynes finishes her time at Pomfret as a remarkable student and teammate, but also a beacon of light who leads with humor, heart, and unshakable courage. Congratulations, Haynes. The Wendell D. Mansfield Cup is awarded to that sixth form student who, by vote of the faculty, best exemplifies in school life the qualities of desire, drive, and determination which Manny Mansfield labored to instill in Pomfret students. Showcasing a relentless desire, drive, and determination in every aspect of school life, this highly respected honoree and head of school scholar embodies the spirit of the Mansfield Cup. Whether leading as a 2-year baseball captain, pushing himself to the front of the pack in cross country his freshman year, or placing 5th in New England wrestling against year-round competitors, his work ethic and competitive spirit never waver. He arrives early, stays late, and embraces every challenge with humility and hunger to improve. His courage extended beyond athletics, as seen in his powerful chapel talk on perfectionism, a moment of personal vulnerability that inspired the entire school. Carson Ames's unwavering commitment to excellence, both physical and personal, make him a role model and a most deserving recipient of this honor. Congratulations, Carson. The school's highest honor, the Founders Medal, recognizes that member of the sixth form who has given the most of themselves to Pomfret through deep engagement with the school and who exhibits outstanding qualities of scholarship, character, leadership, and determination. A consistent head of school scholar, this deserving recipient of the Founders Medal has demonstrated exceptional leadership, unwavering dedication, and profound impact on this school community. Seeking academic rigor and offering deep engagement sets him apart as a model of scholarship, care, and investment. Approaching every challenge with calm determination, he has handled personal and family difficulties with grace, while remaining steadfast in his responsibilities as a varsity captain and three-season athlete. His leadership is marked by empathy, respect, and a quiet yet unwavering commitment to others, whether through his thoughtful conversations, a collaborative spirit, or his willingness to give others the spotlight of opportunity. Contributions extend beyond academics and athletics by demonstrating character through small but significant acts of care, such as polishing the DuPont cup before its presentation. And this past Monday, a huge gallery of family and friends gathered to celebrate his National Army ROTC scholarship and his commitment to service beyond self. With his unique combination of politeness and drive, Cal Willanen has shaped the Pomfret community in meaningful ways, embodying the essence of living life as a change maker and a problem solver. Congratulations to the winner of the 2025 Founders Medal, Cal Willanen. At this point, it is my pleasure to introduce our graduation speaker. Ellie Sangri is a member of the Pomfret School class of 2020, a scientist and innovator in water quality solutions, a PhD candidate at UC Santa Cruz. Her groundbreaking work in biogeochemistry and water remediation has earned widespread recognition, including the development of the patent-pending Nutrifilter. As the CEO and founder of Utrobac, Sangri leads efforts to combat nitrogen pollution through nature-based filtration technology. She's an impressive young alum. Ellie, we are thrilled to welcome you back to the Hilltop. You and your classmates missed your own graduation because of a little thing called COVID-19, so it's especially fitting to have you here today, 5 years later. Welcome back, Ellie.
Good morning, Pomfret class of 2025, faculty, families, and friends. I'm Ellie Sangri, Pomfret class of 2020. 7 years ago, wait, wrong speech, okay. Right now, someone in this audience is thinking about how they look in their graduation outfit. Someone else is mentally rehearsing what they'll post on Instagram later. Another person is wondering if their parents are proud of the colleges that they got into. I know this because this is what our generation does. We self-analyze and perform even in our most authentic moments. Our generation has been sold a very particular vision of success. Optimize yourself perfectly and everything else will fall into place. And we've become masters at it, building our personal brand, getting the right grades, curating our online presence, and we're also the most anxious generation on record. The pressure is overwhelming. What prestigious internships have you secured this summer? What's your 5-year plan? How will you stand out from thousands of other applicants? This culture of constant self-evaluation has created something very dangerous, a reluctance to admit what we don't know or to ask for help. We've been conditioned to believe that asking questions signals weakness or ignorance, so we turn inward instead of reaching outward. Social media, of course, magnifies this effect, showcasing polished expertise and confident assertions. We see influencers and thought leaders who seem to have all the answers, making declarative statements rather than asking exploratory questions, not admitting when they're wrong or when they change their mind about something. The algorithms reward certainty, not curiosity. And I'm complicit in this. Mr. Richards invited me here today precisely because I appear to embody this polished image. I'm a young inventor with a thriving company and a prestigious PhD program right out of college. My very presence on this stage reinforces the narrative that some people just seem to have it all figured out. I can see the headline now: a Pomfret alum who never questioned herself and knew exactly what she was doing the whole time. But I'm here to tell you that this narrative isn't just wrong, it's totally backwards. Real success is not innate, and it doesn't come from perfecting yourself. It comes from looking beyond yourself. The antidote to our generation's anxiety and hyper-competitive landscape isn't better self-optimization. It's learning to redirect that obsessive self-focus outward toward genuine curiosity about the world around you, and to ask questions. If there's any bit of advice I can give you from where I am now, it's the following: ask stupid questions, ask smart questions, and ask questions of those in authority. First, ask stupid questions. I definitely wasn't the smartest kid in my classes at Pomfret, but I was the one that was willing to raise my hand and ask the questions that everyone else was afraid to ask. I remember a mundane example of this 5 years ago in one of Mr. Martin's biology classes. We were working through some complicated statistics up on the board, and I was paying attention as best as I could, but as I was scribbling down notes, it just wasn't making any sense. I glanced around at everyone else, and they were writing down notes and looking intently at the board. Feeling stupid, I looked over at my classmate Emmy's notes, where she had drawn a bunch of big question marks next to the exact same concept that I was struggling with. Now, if you know Mr. Martin, you know that he has a reputation as a somewhat formidable teacher. Timidly, I raised my hand and said, "Mr. Martin, why does the p-value have to be less than 0.05? He responded that he had accidentally glossed over this detail, and then went on to explain it. After class, as we were packing up our bags, Emmy approached me and thanked me for asking that question, that she had wanted to ask it, but she didn't because she didn't want to look stupid in front of everybody. It's a mundane example of something that I think is very important. If no one had asked that question in class, we would have missed a crucial detail. And if it really was a stupid question, something that I had missed and everyone else knew, would it really have been that painful or damaging to my reputation? No. As someone who has now taught several classes, I can tell you that teachers and professors love being asked questions. It solidifies content, lets you explain things another way if the first way wasn't clear, and it breaks up what would otherwise be a long monologue. Students are asking fewer and fewer questions in class. 4 members of my immediate family are teachers, and they've all witnessed this trend. More and more students staying silent in class to avoid looking dumb, less engaged with the content and their peers, and just seeking a good grade as a numerical end for their college aspirations and career goals. But really, there are no stupid questions, only the false pretense of understanding. Every expert was once a beginner who didn't know the basics. In pretending to know everything, we rob ourselves of the chance to actually learn anything. The person that's too afraid to admit what they don't know becomes a barrier to learning, not just for themselves, but for everyone around them. They create ripples of silence where questions should flourish. This pretense of universal knowledge isn't confidence. It's choosing to protect your fragile ego over expanding your understanding, and it's contagious. When one person pretends to understand, others feel pressured to do the same. And then soon an entire classroom, meeting room, research lab becomes an echo chamber of false comprehension. The student that admits that they don't know something enriches their own learning and stands out to the teacher or the professor as someone genuinely interested in learning. Next, ask smart questions. Once you reach a base level of understanding about something, be it science, history, business, the culinary arts, James Smith, I believe, in the culinary arts, but you can start asking the smart questions. Progress in any field, whether academic, professional, or personal, means truly grasping the fundamentals and then asking new questions that push the boundaries of knowledge. We're all familiar with the scientific method. It provides the scaffolding for knowledge generation in the sciences. A research question leads to a hypothesis, leads to experiments to test these hypotheses and data to confirm or reject them. And then finally, a conclusion gets to the heart of that original research question. But what's often overlooked in this process, especially how it's taught in school, is that first crucial step, the research question itself. How do you find something among so many topics, a research question, let alone one worth pursuing? This requires developing a deep understanding of your field, identifying the unknowns, and recognizing which questions, if answered, would be transformative for that field. It means putting in the work, reading extensively, engaging with experts, all to understand what remains unknown enough that you can formulate a meaningful question to address it. In my case, that meant reading dozens of scientific articles during my freshman year at Hamilton College until I recognized a pattern of something that didn't yet exist. I had my question, which I knew was a good one because it was so specific and jargony that only people in my field could understand it. It was, and I quote, "Can I stimulate coupled nitrification denitrification in a passive non-inoculated biofilter to treat non-point source nitrogen pollution?" And after 2 years of rigorous laboratory experimentation, the answer to that question turned out to be yes, and thus I had invented a technology unlike anything that had ever existed, a nitrogen pollution removal technology that's installed on thousands of farms that can treat pollution for farmers. That was my journey, but asking smart questions applies universally. If you're passionate about history, immerse yourself in books or podcasts until you can narrow down your interest to something specific enough and something you can truly explore. The same principle applies to business, art, sports. If you truly seek understanding, you'll ask the right questions and you'll unlock new capabilities for yourself. So if stupid questions are the ones that arise immediately and cement your fundamental understanding of things, then smart questions are those that arise from a deep understanding of that fundamental knowledge. Smart questions emerge when you stop thinking about yourself and start thinking deeply about the world around you. Lastly, ask questions of authority. And no, I don't mean the question authority in the edgy anarchist sense. I actually mean the opposite. First, recognize that the people years ahead of you, your professors, alumni, professionals in your field, more often than not, genuinely want to help you succeed. Your youth and enthusiasm are assets that will open doors you don't even know exist yet. When I had the idea for my invention, I reached out to a professor to get into his lab. When I was starting my company, I had no idea how to file a patent, find investors, or approach my market segment. So I asked questions. I reached out to an alum of my college who owns a patent law firm and explained my situation. Not only did he give me advice, but he ended up providing me with almost $100,000 in pro bono legal work. He and dozens of other older people I reached out to for advice were happy to help me, free of charge, simply because I was young, passionate, and asked thoughtful questions about their expertise. This applies just as much to the professors that you'll have in college. Even if you're not getting the highest grades, or you're not the student starting assignments weeks in advance, talk to your professors. Ask them questions. Be curious. I definitely wasn't a perfect student at Pomfret, and I'm still not. I procrastinate. I'm using AI in my PhD classes right now. Don't tell anyone. But here's what I learned about professors. They can spot genuine curiosity from a mile away, and they value it way more than they value perfect grades. Professors want to talk about the things that they're passionate about, and above all else, they want to help you. You don't need to be a perfect student, you just need to be passionate. But asking questions of authority isn't just about effective networking, it's also the key to making lasting change. I've worked for several environmental organizations, including one I recently founded, and what I've learned in working in these organizations is that you can get way more done if you work with those of authority as an ally and ask questions to genuinely understand what they do and why they do before you explore the changes that you want to make with them. I've witnessed countless movements fail from doing exactly the opposite, labeling the authorities as enemies, incapable of seeing eye to eye with your cause, obstacles to you and your movement that needs to be overcome by shouting at them or negative reinforcement. If you care about a particular cause, be it social justice, mental health, immigrant rights, cryptocurrency, whatever, have honest conversations, ask good questions, and you'll be surprised how much you see eye to eye with your supposed adversaries, how much their insights can shape and refine your own ideas, and how much real, lasting change you can make. What's common to these three modes of question asking, stupid questions, smart questions, and questioning authority, is that they all require the same thing: seeing beyond yourself, getting out of your head, and putting yourself in others' shoes. The more open you are to the world, the more the world will open up to you. I'd like to leave you with one more anecdote that was transformative for me a few years ago. 2 years ago, I was at a bar and grill in Chicago with a professor I was doing research with in college, the day before presenting my research at a gigantic scientific conference. I was nervous for the presentation, but I was way more nervous to be at the bar with my professor like this. We had never met in this kind of informal environment before. Our usual meeting place was in his office, with about 10,000 books on every scientific discipline, my laptop open, and 3 pages of notes of preparation in front of me. I took those meetings way more seriously than any of my classes. This professor was an enormous role model for me. He was young, smart, full of energy, and doing really important work in environmental research and policy, driving forward science and taking that science to solve real problems. He was about as impressive as it gets, and I wanted to learn from him. And I wanted to be just like him, but sometimes I wondered if that was even possible. As we sat in the restaurant chatting, I felt pretty out of my element. I had no notes prepared ahead of time for our meeting, no papers to discuss, no agenda to get through. I nervously made small talk with him, careful not to reveal anything that didn't make me look like a perfect, studious, and committed student. "What do you get up to on the weekends?" he asked me. I responded, "Oh, you know, Professor, I do some empirical research on excessive ethanol beverage consumption." After a while, I asked him, "How is it that you do what you do? How can you do so many things so well all at once?" He leaned back and said, "You want to know the truth? We're all just ducks floating on a pond. On the surface, we all look calm and graceful, gliding around on the water's surface, like we know exactly where we're going. But underneath the water's surface, we're all paddling our feet like hell, like this. I show up to meetings unprepared. I take shortcuts. Half the time, I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't isn't that some of us have it all figured out. It's that some of us keep paddling anyway." I was stunned. He was describing exactly how I felt. If he felt like this and could accomplish so much, maybe I could too. And you can too. And that's what I want to leave you with today. The secret that nobody tells you until you're well into adulthood, that everyone is figuring it out as they go, just frantically paddling beneath the surface. Class of 2025, the cure for our generation's anxiety and hyper-competitive landscape isn't another life hack or productivity system. It's remembering that the most interesting things happen when you stop thinking about yourself and start getting curious about everything else. When you ask questions, you step outside of the prison of your own perspective and into a world full of possibilities and opportunities that you never knew existed. Before I close, I wanted to thank my old teachers and coaches who are here today, Mrs. Horst, G. Ross, O'Sully, Mr. Ring, Mr. Litowitz, Mr. Chase, Ms. Wardlow, and Mr. Martin. What you teach here, both academic and beyond, is incredibly important and stays with your students long after they leave the hilltop. And special thank you to my advisor, Mr. Lake, the king of curiosity. Thank you for sparking my wonder about the world. Ask questions because you do not know everything, and no one expects you to. Ask questions because people like being asked questions. about themselves, their area of expertise, their opinions. Ask questions because it is the first step toward change, toward finding your talents, your interests, and how you can make your mark on the world. Thank you.
Someone lost a dog. So seniors, which one of you is going to be ready to do that in 5 years? Raise your hand. All hands go up. There we go. Gus, saw it. Yeah, Bill. Ellie, thank you for those inspiring and important words. We talk a lot at Pomfret about developing the next generation of change makers and problem solvers. And we have in Ellie Sangri, this young alum, a perfect example of that. Her technology and this patent she has the potential to change the world in ways that I'm excited to see. I really appreciate you sharing your words with the students, the seniors, as they move beyond Pomfret and into the world. Mr. Ring, are you here? Yes. He's over here. Now, seniors, for the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Justin Klein, who's the chair of the Pomfret Board of Trustees and a proud member of the class of 1965, he and I will now present our graduates with their diplomas. I'd like to take just a second to recognize Mr. Klein. He is stepping away after serving as my partner in crime and the board chair for 11 remarkable years, having served the Board of Trustees for close to 33 years. This is Mr. Klein's final graduation, so if we could give him a moment of recognition. Carson, Seb, and Tyler, would you come on up to this edge here?
Recipient of the Mansfield Cup, Carson Fitzgerald Ames. Recipient of the Leadership in Action Prize, Sebastian McIntosh Areola. Tyler Scott Bartlett. Catherine Choate Beck. Marbella Imogen Becker. Eli Thomas Bittman. Recipient of the Marshall Eaton Class of 1970 Calculus Award, Aidan Scott Blow. Recipient of the Well-Being Award and a Faculty Award of Distinction, Audrey Faye Bonaventura. Lily Vanek Boss. Cum laude, Tyler Bruce Andrew Joshua Burnham. Manny Roger Carvalho. Eva Marie Castillo. Georgia Chen. Recipient of the Leadership in Action Prize, Charmaine Torero Chino da Cuva. Ethan Tadiwa Chueshi. Yuna Cho. Cum laude, Sing Young Ethan Choi. Kevin D. Clark. Andreas Michelle Clary. Recipient of the Sixth Form Music Award, the Sixth Form Theater Award, and the Richard H. Randall Jr. Class of 1944 Award, cum laude, Kylie Alexis Corrigan. Recipient of the Pomfret Bowl, Luke Michael Corrigan. Yusuf Ali Dakani. At this time, we invite Charles Del Signore Sr. to the stage. Charles Edward Del Signore Jr. Yik Ling Deng. Sienna Jules DeSutter. At this time, we invite Kate and Chad Durgee to the stage. Penelope Griggs Durgee. Recipient of the Edward E. Kelly Award, Kenneth James Donnelly. Ava Nicole England. Recipient of the David A. Wilson III Class of 2001 Memorial Prize, Ilya Iraman. Samuel Winslow Evans. Logan Daniel Fairbrother.
Yeah, fair, bro. Yeah, Logan.
Recipient of the Sixth Form Painting and Drawing Award, Yuajo Fang. Recipient of the Sixth Form Spanish Award and the Halleck Lefferts Award, Charlotte Francesca Festini. Cum laude. Sorry. Gavin Joseph Flynn. Recipient of a Faculty Award of Distinction, Nehemiah Franco. Andy Dunham Fredericks. Sarah Bennett Gagne. Mila Cassandra Gagnes. Ridgely Reem Grisky. At this time, we invite Susan Mantia Goen to the stage. Amari Christian Goen. Recipient of the Sixth Form Painting and Drawing Award, Virginia Grace Gooch. Recipient of the Sixth Form English Award, Daisy Victoria DeWolf Gooding. Eliana Hannah Hallbrecht. Recipient of a Faculty Award of Distinction, Severin Tirakun Harrington. Cum laude. Mustafa Daoud Hassan. Max Nicholas Hausman. Recipient of a Faculty Award of Distinction, Nika Hall Horvath. Brody West Interian. Matthew Noah Itzkovitz. Dwalin Jin. Ava Jessica Keeney. Recipient of the Sixth Form Music Award and the Joseph Manis Memorial Drama Award, Nathan Mukiza Shikanyogo. Recipient of the David A. Brush Award, Jisoo Lauren Kim. Recipient of the Sixth Form Science Award and the Tad Chase Latin Award, cum laude, Jiwon Haley Kim. Nicholas Evan Cosienda. Cole Edward LeBlanc. Recipient of the Sixth Form Digital Media and Design Award, Adam Francis Lee. Cum laude, Fiona Yan Lee. At this time, we invite Katie Forrestal and Doug Litowitz to the stage. Recipient of the Tad Chase Latin Award and a Faculty Award of Distinction, Fergus Forrestal Litowitz. Paisley Marie Lopez. Recipient of the Science Exploration Award and a Faculty Award of Distinction, cum laude, Zoe Charles Lovett. Cum laude, Sebastian Philip Lutz. Isabel Rose Makatura. At this time, we invite Dr. Coretta McCarter to the stage. Mia Y. Ming Lee McCarter. Matthew James McClure. Recipient of the Paul M. Rosenfield Class of 1967 Cup, Elizabeth Haynes McCoy. Recipient of the Community Service Award and the Pomfret Bowl, Hannah Kate McDermott. Will Thomas McLean. Crystal Medina. Bryce Miller. Recipient of the Sixth Form Spanish Award and the Chick Cole Cup, Layla Nicole Miller. Tyler Joseph Milrad. Theodore May Mitnick. Elsa Rose Molinari. Duck on Bill Vwin. Recipient of the Sixth Form Dance Award, the Prize in Creative Writing, and a Faculty Award of Distinction, Kira Hannah O'Brien. Cum laude. Marin Olivia Olinger. Chase Matthew Parent. Lauren Perry Pence. Layla Tuttle Peeney. Emilio Ponce Baquiero. Recipient of the Sixth Form Photography Award, Samantha Etta Porras. Magnus Alexander Reed. At this time, we invite Sean Radigan Sr. to the stage. Recipient of a Faculty Award of Distinction, Sean Aloysius Radigan, Jr. At this time, we invite Brian Rice to the stage. James Michael Rice. James Gregory Romps. Maxwell Rosenberg. Regina Rubiano Pacchini. Timothy Bloodhound Russell. Sydney Wren Sassine. Quinn Kate Sharfstein. Kevin C.
Yeah, Kev. Yeah, Kev.
Recipient of the Sixth Form History Award, cum laude, Chase Hamilton Squires. Edward Riley Statinius, Jr.
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah, Ted.
Jessica Lynn Steleric. Nyla Siriana Urquhart. An Kit Vu.
Yeah, Alan.
Phoenix St. Leger Walker.
Yeah, Pete.
Lachlan Andrew Warford. Caleb Claxton Costa White. Shepard Allen Wilcox. At this time, we invite Monique and Bruce Willanen to the stage. Recipient of the Founders Medal, Calvin Lewis Willanen. At this time, we invite Natalia Aragon to the stage. Recipient of the C. Russell Stringer Award, Chloe Benita Woodard. At this time, we invite Dina Kokoza O'Hara to the stage. Recipient of the Ceramics and Sculpture Award, the Chick Cole Cup, and the Copperthwaite Award, cum laude, Jung Hao Jackie Wu. Brody Alec Zahansky. Sao Yi Zhang. Recipient of the David A. Wilson Class of 2001 Memorial Prize, cum laude, Yi Shin Chao.
Do you think they like that I took their phones? You're getting them back soon enough. These are nice. This may be my actual first phone. Congratulations, seniors, or with your diplomas in hand, effectively our newest alumni. At this time, I'd like to properly acknowledge our 2 Leadership in Action Award winners from last night because my blurbs did not make them in, so they're going to be coming up here in a moment anyway. Sebastian Areola, who's been the school president this year, has led with conviction, care, and a deep belief in this community. He shows up fully, listening openly, advocating for others' ideas, and pushing for change even when it's hard. He's always led with grace and persistence, even in times of difficulty and challenge. His work in the Leadership Academy has been honest and inspiring, modeling how real leadership requires collaboration, heart, and resilience. Even as the year was ending, he was still working ideas that will benefit future students, not himself. Joyful, outgoing, and deeply generous, Seb has filled Pomfret with laughter, optimism, and purpose. His voice, always loud, always worth hearing, and never more powerful than in his senior chapel talk, will be sorely missed. Congratulations, Seb. Charmaine Shinodakufa leads with determination, intelligence, and a deep desire to improve Pomfret. From her first days on campus, she stepped into leadership with courage, organizing student-faculty conversations, launching initiatives, and speaking up when it mattered. She has pushed for change, meeting resistance with maturity and resolve. Her leadership is strong and rooted in deep care. She is loyal to her friends, committed to her advisee group, and is a steady mentor to younger students in the dorm and on the courts. Her efforts to bring homecoming to life reflected her belief in building school spirit and connection. Charmaine's impact has taken many forms, some bold, some quiet, but all meaningful. Through her voice and vision, she has helped shape this community. And Charmaine, we are thankful. At this time, I would like to invite School President-elect Will Leary and School Vice President-elect Crosby Price to come to the front of the stage. Each year, at the conclusion of commencement, the school president passes along a ceremonial gavel to the school president-elect, a symbolic gesture that represents the transition of leadership for the next school year. Seb, would you now pass the gavel to Will? Thank you, Seb and Charmaine, for your exceptional leadership during this year. The Pomfret School community owes you enormous gratitude. And congratulations and good luck to Will and Crosby as you assume your leadership roles in student government. As we wind down, I just want to express one more time my gratitude to so many people who have made this event and this weekend the wonder that it was. So please join me in thanking our administrative process and collaboration manager, Katie Watkins. There we go. I want to thank one more time Brenda Bullied and the extraordinary team from facilities for all of their work. Thank you. To Becky Grassi and your masterful organization of all things events at Pomfret, thank you from all of us. And to JD, Lindsay, and Andrew, and all the good people at Flick Dining Services, you will all be invited to a delicious lunch afterwards. Thank you for everything that you have done. So congratulations, seniors. Class of 2025, we can say really now it's truly over. Before you head off to your new adventures, the members of the faculty would like to bid you farewell. And after the ceremony and after Mr. Klein brings this to a close, we would love to hang out over here and give you a congratulatory hug or a handshake right out by the girls' bricks. At this time, it is my pleasure to ask the chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Justin Klein, to formally bring the ceremony to a close.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Tim, for those kind remarks and introducing me to grant all of our members of the class of 2025 their official diplomas and good wishes. I guess I just want to say that serving as the chair of this board has just been an incredible honor. And I want to say to the seniors that this is the best part of that job, allowing me on behalf of the board to congratulate you on all of the wonderful achievements. So I wanted to just say, which are the final words, on behalf of the board, on behalf of the board and with the powers vested in me by the state of Connecticut and by the bylaws of Pomfret School, I hereby declare the class of 2025 to be graduates of Pomfret School with all our warm congratulations.